Hey peeps, welcome back. So, top 5 reasons to buy TSLY right now. Let's get into it. So, the first reason is because of the most recent price drop that we had on TSLY, which I'm actually going to pull up now. So, let me switch over to the weekly and the daily. All right, here we go. So, you guys can take a look at these support and resistance levels. It's pretty obvious, where the best place to buy and sell is. But if we take a look from the drop to where we are right now, it's at a 23% discount. So if I run some quick numbers here, if you were to buy 100 shares at the top, it would cost you about $1,845. So 1845 times 100, 1845. So if you had 100 shares of TSLY at the top, you would get 100 times 8303, $83 a month. However, if you were to invest the same amount that you were going to invest at the top and you waited until it got to a lower price, so we'll say 1845 divided by the current close price, which is 1410, that doesn't include post-market trading, you get about 131 shares. So you get 30 extra shares just for waiting for the dip buying opportunity. Times that times 8303, and you would get about an extra $25 a month just for buying the same amount that you would have bought anyways at the support level. So that's the first reason. The second reason I want to bring up is because of their most recent dividend. It's 83 cents, but as you guys can see on the July number right here, it was $1.06. Well, what happened in July? So in July, that's when the peak of TSLY was. So when TSLY's price was at its highest was when it paid the most and had the most price appreciation. Now, the third reason is because of stock market seasonality. So, on this blog, which I'm going to leave in the link below so you guys can check it out for yourself, the most bearish months of the year are August and September on all three of these indices right here. Now, if I go and scroll over to the SPX and I'm going to switch over to the weekly, let's see what history has to say about August and September. So, in 2023, we're currently in the month of August. It actually started in July. We saw a massive drop in 2022. Scroll back here, August 2022 to September, massive drop. Let's see, 2021, August to September, massive drop. 2020, August to September, massive drop. 2019, August to September, massive drop. Okay, so history does actually support this theory that August and September, as I've been telling you guys, is the most bearish times of the year and also a great time for investors to pick up shares on the cheap and increase their income and potential profit. So that's the third reason. The fourth reason is because if you take a look at TSLY here on the price chart on the weekly, if I scroll out, you can see this thing's kind of in an uptrend. So it's got some highs, higher lows. But if we're looking at the overall macro picture here, this thing is trending up. It bounced off of this huge multi-year support level here and also has a little baby uptrend going on here. But the most important thing I want to point out is that this this previous resistance level here got rejected, came down, started creating lower lows and lower highs, bounced off of this macro support level here, which is where we initially took off from, right in this zone. And then it started moving up. So resistance became support, and then it moved up. And now I'm expecting again for previous resistance to turn into support, and especially with this trend line support confluence going on here, and then move up. So the next price target, in my opinion, would be about $315 right here. I'm expecting this thing to flip from resistance into support, and then boom, it heads straight into the $400 level, and so on and so on. So why do I bring this up? Well, the reason why I bring this up is because if TSLY goes higher in share price through the end of the year, TSLY is going to go higher in share price, which means it's going to be more expensive to buy shares of TSLY. The more expensive a stock is, the more money is required to buy the same amount of shares and to achieve the same level of income. So another supporting reason as to why it's a great time to buy TSLY right now during August and September timeframes. Now, the last reasons I want to bring up is because of this this other blog that I saw that I will also leave in the link for you guys so you can look at it. So we're going to skip this earnings piece right here. The important things that I want to go to is this. Baird's Callow said price cuts and their impact on margins will drive the narrative for the electric vehicle maker in the second half. Potential upcoming catalysts for the stock market includes Cybertruck launch, wider scale adoption of full self-driving, and suite of different Tesla assistant system things. Continued growth in the energy business, expanding into new markets, AI day, and they go on to say down here that they're giving it an outperform rating or a buy, a $300 price target. As I showed you guys here on the technicals, that's what it looks like it's heading to, is again about that 300 level, and then flip that from resistance into support. And the last thing that I want to bring up here to support the reason why it's basically the second half of the fifth reason as to why it's a great time to buy Tesla right now is this piece right here, which says the second half of the year. Okay, look at this piece right here, second half of the year 2023. That's what we're going to bring up right now. So on the SPX, let's actually flip this. Instead of looking at the weekly, the worst months of the year on the weekly, we're going to take a look at the best months. So according to this blog here and according to historical data, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute, the best months of the year are November, October, and November. So if I go to the SPX on the weekly, let's take a look at that. We can't look at 2023 yet because we're not at November, December, so we'll have to go back on that price action at a future point in time, maybe in 2024 or something. But let's take a look at 2022. So 2022 in October, which was the beginning of the bull seasonality, it's usually between October and December. It says November, December, but it's actually usually between October to December. That marked the low of the bear market in 2022, and it went up about 18%. Again, in 2021, in October, right after September, we saw a big bounce all the way out to new all-time highs in 2021. In 2020, you got your rebound here, October 2020 all the way up to December 2020. It went back up. 2019, October to December, went back up. So the price chart, the historical data on the price chart does actually support this. Now, if the Cybertruck comes out, all the Tesla owners are going to want to buy it, which means increased revenue and increase earnings for the Tesla company, which means that the share price is ultimately going to go higher. How high is it going to go by the end of the year? Honestly, I have no idea. This thing could go to like $500, $600, $700, $800. Really, honestly, don't know. I'll have to look at the charts and see. But based on everything, all the supporting data so far, it would indicate that Tesla will be going higher by the end of the year. Again, not financial advice. That's just my opinion as some guy on YouTube, that the markets and Tesla will be going higher by the end of the year based on seasonality. And if Tesla goes up, TSLY will also go up with it, which again, if TSLY goes up to 20, 25 bucks a share, it's going to cost that much more money to purchase shares of TSLY to get the same income effect. Now, the only outlier here would be the Fed. So if the Fed still stays hawkish for the rest of the year, maybe this year will look different at the end of the year. I honestly don't know. It's hard to say. But we'll have to keep a look at and see how things turn out. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Peace.